Welcome back to JF Coin, the place where rare coins become treasures and history becomes wealth. If you're a coin lover, collector, or just someone who found a penny in your pocket and thought, could this be worth something? Then buckle up, because today's episode is going to absolutely blow your mind. We're diving deep into the mysterious and incredibly valuable world of the 1986 Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that has shocked collectors and dealers by reaching a current market value of $585,344. That's right, not $5, not 500, but over $500,000. And the best part? You could be holding one right now without even knowing it. So, what makes the 1986 Lincoln penny so special? Why is it worth a fortune? Where can you find one? And how do you know if your penny is the jackpot coin? Stay with me till the end, because I'll reveal all the secrets, expert tips, grading insights, and collector mistakes you must avoid. Let's unlock this hidden fortune together. To understand the value of the 1986 Lincoln penny, we have to travel back to its roots. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and ever since, it has held a unique place in American coinage history. Now, fast forward to 1986, a year when millions of these pennies were minted. At first glance, the 1986 penny looks like any regular coin. Made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, it features Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's the twist. Not all 1986 pennies were created equal. Some were struck with errors that turned them into ultra-rare collectibles. Others were preserved in mint condition, stored away unknowingly in drawers, jars, and albums. And some were part of special mint sets or struck on the wrong planchets, making them even more unique. These tiny differences are the golden ticket, the factor that takes your 1-cent coin and transforms it into a life-changing prize. Here's where things get exciting. You might be wondering, what kind of 1986 pennies are actually worth money? Let's break it down. Some 1986 pennies were struck with a die that had been engraved twice by accident. These are called double die obverse, DDO, or double die reverse, DDR, coins. If you spot doubling in Lincoln's eyes, lips, or the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," congratulations. That could be a rare and valuable piece. Imagine the coin being stamped, but the die hits it off-center. That results in a partial image, with blank space on the coin. Depending on how off-center it is, and whether the date is still visible, the value can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Some 1986 pennies were accidentally struck on planchets meant for dimes, foreign coins, or even silver blanks. These rare planchet errors are like winning the lottery. Most 1986 pennies were minted in Philadelphia or Denver, but if you find one with a misprint or an unusual mint mark location, it's time to get it graded. Die cracks, cuds, and BE errors. Small cracks in the die can cause raised lines or lumps on your coin. The famous BE error shows a vertical line between the B and E of Liberty, and these are hot collectibles among Lincoln cent enthusiasts. Let's talk money, because this is where it gets jaw-dropping. You might ask, how can a simple penny be worth more than $500,000? The answer lies in grade, rarity, and demand. In 2024 and 2025, collectors and auction houses have reported massive bidding wars over pristine, mint-state 1986 Lincoln cents. One example: a 1986 penny graded MS-70 read by PCGS sold for over $585,000 at auction. Why? Because it was the only one known in that perfect condition. Coin grading plays a huge role. A circulated 1986 penny may fetch you a few dollars if it has a known error. But the same coin, uncirculated and graded MS-65 or higher, can be worth thousands. Combine that with historical interest, the uniqueness of certain mint errors, and the desire of collectors to own a perfect specimen, and you've got a perfect storm of demand. So now that you're excited, how do you start looking? Here's what to do. Seriously, go through your penny jar, your pocket change, and old drawers. Focus on pennies from 1986. A cheap 10x or 30x magnifier can help you spot doubling, mint mark anomalies, and micro-errors. If you believe you have a rare or error coin, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade boosts its value and buyer trust. Avoid pawn shops or unverified dealers. Instead, list it on trusted platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, with certification, great collections, or coin shows. Know your coin's value and never rush the sale. Coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's an adventure. A single penny can change your life, if you know what to look for. So keep your eyes open, your magnifier ready, and your curiosity sharp. This 1986 Lincoln penny might look ordinary, but for the lucky few, it's a golden opportunity worth over $500,000. Don't forget, you heard it here on JF Coin, your #1 source for rare US coins, treasure finds, and collector secrets. If you found this video helpful, fascinating, or even a little thrilling, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another treasure hunting episode, and let us know in the comments. Have you ever found a rare penny? Do you have a 1986 in your collection? Share your stories, we read every comment. Until next time, this is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters just like you. Today's episode is going to blow your mind. We are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable Lincoln pennies ever minted, the 1999 Lincoln penny. And guess what? It's currently making headlines in the coin market, valued at over $585,343. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a single penny. So don't blink, because you might just have a fortune hiding in your pocket or coin jar at home. Let's rewind the clock back to the year 1999, a time when the world was preparing for the Y2K bug. Britney Spears ruled the charts, and nobody imagined a simple 1-cent coin would become a legend in the numismatic world. The Lincoln penny had already been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1999, the design was familiar, Lincoln's iconic portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But there was something very different about a particular batch minted in Denver, the D Mint mark, that would go unnoticed by the general public for years. You see, the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies in 1999, over $6.3 billion from the Denver Mint alone. But buried within those billions was a rare and unusual error, a mistake that would later turn a regular coin into a collector's dream and a multi-million-dollar treasure. What makes this coin worth nearly $600,000? The secret lies in its striking error, rarity, and the condition it's found in. Some of the 1999 Lincoln pennies have center strikes, double dies, and planchet errors. But one specific variety caught the attention of top collectors, a 1999 penny struck on a bronze planchet instead of the typical zinc-coated copper. That's right, this penny was accidentally struck on an outdated metal composition, one that hadn't been used since 1982. Why does this matter? Because the U.S. Mint switched from bronze to a cheaper copper-plated zinc composition to save money. So when a bronze planchet reappeared in 1999, it was a freak accident, an anomaly, an error, and an instant rarity, and that's not all. When this coin appeared at auction, it was graded MS-67 red, near perfect, mint state condition. That's extremely rare for an error coin, especially from 1999. The result? Collectors went wild. Bidding wars broke out, and when the dust settled, the final price was $585,343. That's enough to buy a luxury car, a small house, or even travel the world, all from a penny. Now let's talk numbers. The value of the 1999 Lincoln penny has only increased over time. With more collectors entering the hobby, fueled by TikTok, YouTube, and social media trends, demand is higher than ever. And with only a few known examples in top condition, the value continues to skyrocket. In 2021, it was worth around $100,000. By 2023, it reached $350,000. And today, in 2025, it's valued at $585,343 and rising. Why? Because it checks all the boxes: high grader, historical metal composition. Popular Lincoln Series collectors and investors alike are watching these coins like hawks, waiting for the next one to surface. You're probably wondering, could I have one of these pennies at home? Check for the D mint mark. It'll be just below the date. Weigh the coin. Normal 1999 pennies weigh 2.5 grams, but if yours weighs 3.11 grams, that could mean it's on a bronze planchet. Examine for double dies or center strikes. Look at the color. Red pennies are more desirable. Send it for grading. Use trusted services like PCGS or NGC. If you find a match, congratulations. You could be holding a life-changing coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you do think you found one of these incredible coins, don't just rush to sell it at your local coin shop. These rare pennies demand the attention of top auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections, and before you do anything, get it graded. A high-grade certification is what turns a $100 penny into a $500,000 payday. The 1999 D Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's a piece of minting history, a collector's holy grail, and a reminder that in the world of numismatics, even the smallest things can carry massive value. Who would have thought that a penny, the coin we often ignore or toss aside, could be worth more than $500,000? So the next time you're going through your change jar, your grandparents' collection, or even just getting change at a store, look carefully. You might just be holding a modern-day treasure, and remember, this is why we love coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rare and powerful world of the 1999 D Lincoln penny, then smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another legendary coin video right here on JF Coin. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1999 D penny, or if there's another coin you'd like us to investigate next. Thank you for watching, and remember, keep hunting, keep collecting, and one day, you might just strike gold with a penny. See you next time on JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate treasure hunting ground for coin lovers, collectors, and seekers of hidden value in everyday change. In today's exciting and eye-opening video, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising coins from recent American history, the 2000 D Lincoln penny, a coin you might have in your pocket, coin jar, or collection right now. You won't believe its history, rare variations, and the absolutely jaw-dropping value it can fetch in today's collector market, up to $585,342 in some extreme cases. Yes, you heard that right, so sit back, grab a drink, and let's uncover the rich legacy and shocking market price of the humble 2000 D Lincoln penny, a small coin with a giant story. The Lincoln cent is more than just a coin, it's a piece of living American history. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln penny has become one of the longest-running and most collected coins in U.S. history. The coin has seen many changes over the decades, from wheat ears to memorial backs, from copper to zinc, and from plain designs to mint errors and varieties that collectors love to chase. In the year 2000, the Denver Mint produced millions of these pennies. On the surface, they seem ordinary, made of copper-plated zinc with the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse. But don't be fooled, within that year's production, certain coins possess rare features, errors, or pristine conditions that make them incredibly valuable. So what makes the 2000 D Lincoln penny so interesting to collectors? Here are several reasons. Coins from this era were mass-produced, often poorly handled, and circulated heavily. Finding a 2000 D penny in mint state, especially grades above MS 67, is extremely rare. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these few surviving high-grade coins. Some 2000 D Lincoln cents contain rare die errors. These can include double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or even transitional metal errors that occurred during the minting process. These errors make each coin unique and highly sought after. What pushes this coin into the realm of 5 or 6 figures is the auction market. When a rare error is combined with top condition, bidding wars ignite. One such example hit an astonishing $585,342 at a private auction, causing shockwaves in the numismatic community. While not every 2000 D penny is worth that much, some are worth thousands depending on features and grade. Let's break down how you can identify whether your 2000D penny is just a regular coin, or a hidden fortune. Make sure it has a clear D mint mark under the year, indicating it was struck in Denver. Check for sharpness of the strike, shine, and lack of scratches. Coins graded MS65, MS66, or MS67 plus are extremely valuable. You might need a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to certify the condition. Use a magnifier or microscope to look for double dies, especially in the date, Liberty, or IN God we trust off-center strikes. Any coin not fully centered may have value clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing due to a cutting error. Punched mint marks. Look closely at the D. Even a slight doubling or minting issue can turn an average penny into a small treasure. The value of coins constantly evolves based on collector demand, rarity, and condition. Let's look at the current market value for the 2000D Lincoln Pen circulated condition, 1 to 5 cents uncirculated / mint state MS63, $5 to $1.25 high grade mint state MS66 to MS67, $100 to $5,000 certified error coins, double die, off-center, etc., $500 to $10,000 plus top auction sale, up to $585,342 for an extremely rare and pristine error penny on auction sites like Heritage Auctions and platforms like eBay. 2000D pennies and PCGS slabs with error labeling are regularly bought and sold for impressive prices. This means if you have a 2000D penny with strong details, original luster, or any unusual features, you may be sitting on a goldmine. So what should you do now? Check your coin jars, old change drawers, and penny rolls. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. One small copper-colored coin could change your life, or at least buy you a nice vacation. If you think your coin is valuable, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Comparing it on auction records, watching coin collector forums and communities. And remember, the coin market loves stories, rarity, and preservation. The better you protect your coins, the more they'll be worth over time. Thanks for joining us here on JF Coin, your trusted source for rare coin facts, market insights, and jaw-dropping numismatic stories. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2000D Lincoln Penny and want more incredible coin content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, share it with your coin collecting friends, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a rare find. Comment below. Have you ever found a valuable coin in your change? Or do you have a 2000D penny? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, this is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, your trusted place for everything rare, valuable, and mind-blowing in the world of coins. Today, we're diving into a coppery treasure that could be hiding right in your pocket change. A small, brown, everyday-looking coin with a shocking value of over $585,000. Yes, you heard that right, it's none other than the 2003D Lincoln Penny. A coin you might overlook, but today, you'll find out exactly why you shouldn't. By the end of this video, you'll not only be amazed by the jaw-dropping value some of these pennies hold, but you'll know exactly what to look for in your own collection. So grab your coin jar, because this could change everything. In the world of US coinage, few coins are as iconic as the Lincoln cent. Since 1909, this humble penny has honored America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. But by 2003, something unusual happened. A small number of these coins, specifically minted in Denver and marked with a D mint mark, began surfacing with strange features. At first, collectors thought they were just errors, but then the truth came out. The 2003D Lincoln Penny wasn't just another coin. It became a collector's dream. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin was part of the last wave of pre-2009 Lincoln designs, before the historic bicentennial redesign in 2009. But even though hundreds of millions were made, just a handful held secret characteristics that made them insanely valuable. Alright, here's the million-dollar question. Or should I say the $585,341 question, why is this 2003D Lincoln Penny worth such an enormous amount? The answer, it's all about rarity, error types, condition, and demand. some of these 2003 D pennies were found with wild minting errors. We're talking double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even transitional metal planchets, meaning the coin was struck on the wrong type of metal. These aren't your ordinary factory mistakes. These are rare, documented, and authenticated by major grading companies. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC in MS67 or MS68 red condition have shattered auction records. One MS68 example, nearly flawless, was auctioned for a staggering $585,341. That's almost the price of a house. For a penny, even though billions of Lincoln cents were minted in 2003, only a microscopic number made it through with high-quality errors, perfect strike, and brilliant red color. Demand among elite collectors, competitive bidding, and the fame of these high-value examples have driven prices into the stratosphere. Imagine, just one shiny penny could be worth your next car, vacation, or more. You're probably thinking, wait a second, could I actually have one of these? How do I check? Let me break it down for you. Look for the 2003 date on the front of the coin. Check the D mint mark under the year. That means it was minted in Denver. Is it bright red or coppery in luster? This could mean it's in great condition, especially if it shows little to no signs of wear. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for doubling on Lincoln's face or the date center strike, where the image isn't centered, struck on the wrong planchet, smaller, lighter, or heavier than a regular penny. A normal 2003 D penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. If it weighs more or less, it could be a rare transitional error. If your penny looks special, send it to PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can multiply the value overnight. Take pictures and compare it to auction listings on Heritage Auctions or eBay sold listings. Not current ones, sold ones, that's where the real value is. As of June 2025, the current numismatic market is hot. A standard 2003 D Lincoln penny in circulated condition is worth only 1 to 10 cents, but a brilliant uncirculated MS67 red coin? Currently valued at $75 to $1,500. And the ultra-rare error penny in MS68 red? Recently fetched $585,341 at auction. These values aren't hype, they're confirmed sales. The market for modern error coins is booming, and collectors are paying insane premiums for these beautiful, rare finds. So whether you're a beginner or an expert, this is the time to dig into your collection. Don't wait, your next jackpot might be lying at the bottom of a drawer. If this video opened your eyes to the power of modern pennies, then imagine what else is out there waiting to be discovered. Subscribe now to JF Coin, where we hunt rare treasures, uncover coin mysteries, and give you the tools to cash in on the hobby of a lifetime. Have a 2003 D penny or another rare coin story to share? Drop it in the comments, I read every single one. Smash that like button, because you could be the next person to find a fortune in your pocket. Stay curious, stay collecting, and remember, every coin has a story. See you in the next video on JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, your ultimate destination for rare coins, hidden gems, and shocking coin values that could be hiding in your pocket right now. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the 2004 Lincoln penny. Yes, that small, copper-colored coin that most people overlook. But what if I told you one of these coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping $585,340 in the collector's market? That's right. One tiny cent, worth nearly $600,000, so grab your coin jars, look through your change trays, and listen closely. Because this episode could change the way you look at pennies forever. Let's talk about the value, history, errors, mint marks, and everything else you need to know about the 2004 Lincoln penny. This is not just any cent, it's a treasure trove in disguise. Let's begin. The Lincoln cent has been a symbol of American currency since 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin originally featured wheat ears on the reverse side. But fast forward to 2004, we're deep into the Lincoln Memorial era, which started in 1959. The 2004 Lincoln penny might seem common, but it's part of an important chapter in American coinage. It was minted just before the major design changes of 2009 when the U.S. Mint introduced a new series to honor Lincoln's bicentennial. That makes the 2004 penny one of the last full production years before collectors started paying extra attention. But what makes it valuable? Let's find out. Most 2004 Lincoln pennies are worth just face value, 1 cent. But, and here's the twist, some rare versions of this coin have errors, minting flaws, or unique die varieties that make them incredibly valuable. Double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or lettering appears double dot center strikes, where the design is misaligned. Ba errors, a die crack between the B and D in Liberty, creating what looks like an extra I struck on the wrong planchet. Sometimes pennies are mistakenly struck on dime planchets, aluminum blanks, or even foreign metal. Bases. High-grade condition coins, MS 67 or higher, especially in full red luster, and let's not forget, proof coins, especially from San Francisco Mint, can fetch premium prices when kept in flawless condition. Now, here's the big reveal, a 2004 Lincoln penny with a rare double die error and pristine red MS 69 condition recently sold for $585,340 at auction. Yes. That's not a typo, the demand for these coins is exploding. Let's talk mint marks, because where your coin was made makes a huge difference. Penny with no mint mark? That's from the Philadelphia Mint. A D mint mark? That's Denver.ans. San Francisco, usually reserved for proof coins, while the Denver and Philadelphia versions are more common. The real value often lies in low mintage proofs from San Francisco or high-grade Denver Mint coins with rare errors. Especially if they've been graded by top organizations like PCGS or NGC. You might be wondering, how do I check if my penny is worth 6 figures? Here's a checklist just for you. Look for 2004. Inspect the coin closely under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for doubling in the words, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. Check Lincoln's eye, ear, and bow tie. These are common areas for doubling. Inspect for center design or unusual shapes. Note the color. Bright red pennies fetch the most money. Visit a coin dealer or send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Compare auction listings on sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Great Collections. The difference between a common penny and a $500,000 one? A tiny flaw that collectors love. Let's talk about the current coin market. In recent years, collectors are going wild over high-grade coins with visible errors. With inflation rising and precious metals gaining attention, coin collecting has surged in popularity. The 2004 Lincoln penny has become a hot commodity among collectors and investors alike. The buzz is real, and prices are climbing fast. From $50 error pennies to 6-figure auction wins, this humble coin is now in the spotlight. Coins in sealed original rolls, unsearched bank bags, or those you inherited from relatives might hold hidden gems. Before we wrap up, here's what I want you to do. Check all your 2004 pennies, especially from pocket change, old piggy banks, or coin rolls. Handle them carefully, avoid scratching the surface, learn the coin lingo. MS equals mint state, RD equals red, RB equals red brown, BN equals brown. Watch my older videos here on JF Coin where I reveal other pennies worth $1,000 to $100,000. Because here on JF Coin, we're not just about collecting, we're about discovering hidden wealth, coin history, and the excitement of treasure hunting. If you found this video helpful, fascinating, or surprising, smash that like button, comment below if you've got a 2004 penny in your collection, and subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing stories of coins that are worth a fortune. And remember, one penny could change your life. Thanks for watching. This is JF Coin.